Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is Saturday BOLO Day. A lot of fun things over here. I was speaking over Mr. Magazine's shoulder while we were getting started over here. And he's got a lot of great things here, including his first unbelievable looking item. Looks 3D right there.
1975 Paperboy Monster Glow in the Dark Poster Frankenstein.
It's coming right out of the computer at you.
Yeah. It's weird. It looks like he's got Bell's palsy. The one side of his lips are a little smaller than the other side. But again, I think it's, I want to say it's bigger than 8x10, but I don't think it's 11x14. I don't think he put the measurements in there, but I think it was like an insert for a magazine.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah. 11x14.
Oh, there you go. All right. Cool piece. Anything, Frankenstein's going to sell.
Oh, that was an insert for a magazine. What's the tobacco? Okay.
It was probably the Famous Monsters or something like that. I found out with that collection there, so.
Okay, so with it being an insert for the magazine, that would explain why it was being folded like that. Yeah, that would make sense. Because I was thinking that was a low price on it, but if it's an insert in a magazine, it's actually reasonable.
Yeah, so very cool. But Frankenstein sells, Universal Monsters sell, and buy them up.
I probably would have said, click on the read more for the condition. And there's no more to read. Okay. I probably would have said folded. Even though you can see that it's folded, I probably would have said folded just because.
I agree. Yep.
Somebody would be like, "Oh, I didn't know it was folded." Well, if you have eyes, you did. But
the one person that buys it's the one that doesn't know it's folded.
Exactly, or they say they didn't know to try to get $5 back.
Exactly. All right, Who's Who at the Zoo? Speak and Read book cartridge, 1980 Texas.
Hold on. Elephant, giraffe. How am I doing?
You're pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you. I took that course back in the day.
Yeah.
I would have been 11. That's kind of sad.
Your regular, what's the Adam Sandler when you went back to school?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Anyways,
Little Nicky?
This is, that's the worst one you ever. Anyways, this is one for about $30. It's 45 years old. Any cartridges that go with this speak and read series, I would scarf them up. I'd probably pick it up for $5 as a garage sale, but it's pretty cool.
And it's been okay. Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
There you go. Next up, 1983 Topps Star Wars Return of the Jedi. That's not how I would have started it, but anyways, uncut card sheet, and it's also stickers, which they did not mention. So. There we go. But everyone knew what it was. This guy, we had a lot of 5 different ones for like $150 or $200. This guy wanted this one specifically. I had duplicates. We relisted it, and it sold for $49. So that's the front of it. So they're uncut stickers.
Oh, the back is the poster.
Oh, okay. Yep. So very cool.
Or the puzzle, yeah.
You can frame it with glass on both sides, which would be kind of cool. And if you see them out there, I'd grab them, especially the uncut ones. Definitely going to be worth more. All right, nobody wanted this on Whatnot. It ended up on eBay.
Oh, nice.
P&P Disco Hits Going to a Disco Party 12-inch vinyl single, sealed, $26. Now, we start these out at $5 if they're sealed on Whatnot. Some sell, some don't. But this one here, one for $26 on eBay, so can't argue with that.
Isn't that what you're doing tonight?
Disco?
Going to a disco party?
I don't even know where I would find one, but I don't even know how to dance disco. I'd probably look kind of silly. But
unlike actual disco dancers?
If I do a lot of shots tonight before we get going, maybe you might see me there. Next up, picked up a big signed sports card collection, mainly Bo Jackson, George Brett, Earl Campbell, so forth, from a good customer of mine. This is Bo Jackson, 2012 Press Pass Legends. Out of 75 autographed, and it went for $70.
Do you think, I don't think you would have had the space, but do you think it would have made any difference? I don't think it would have, but if you had put 52 over 75, probably not. But if it were 34,
yeah, definitely.
would.
1 or 34 or 75 probably would be the key ones there for sure, yeah.
I guess maybe have the employees get in the process of doing that, because they may not think to look and say, oh, it is a 34.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because these actually come up in searches if you do it like that. If you have a different number or something, you just do it that way and they'll come up. So next up, Kidco 1980 Burning Keys Firebird Trans Am diecast. It's plastic, but anyways, still sold. 1/64 scale yellow. These are the ones where the backs had the key is not with it, but if you had the key, you'd probably go for at least double or triple.
Oh wow!
So you put the key in it, you squeeze the key, and the car goes flying. Those were really cool when I was a kid. So yeah, I was about 7 years old when this came out. And pretty cool.
I was 11 when I was learning my zoo animals. I think we've already established that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I'm sure you can get these for $1 anywhere out there at garage sales and so
And
forth.
1/64th, is that Hot Wheel size?
Yep. All right. And any kid codes are actually popular now because they were so obscure that they didn't make as many as they did in Matchbox and Hot Wheels, so they're a little more rare than that. Next up, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, WWF LJN Vintage 1988. We're going to call it an 8-inch figure. I bought a bunch of these from one of my customers, and they've gone anywhere from $70 to $150 depending on condition and completeness. This one went for like $90. So
Now, do most people put 7.75 inches, or do people put 7? I don't know.
I'm guessing that people say that, or else I don't know where I don't think my employee's that specific to
because I would have put 7 3/4,
Right.
but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
is
in
a
the
good
trade.
point. Yeah,
So.
I wish I had more time to spend and hold in their hands, but it did sell. Hopefully.
Well, again,
Yeah,
if
I don't
everybody
know.
else is 7.75 inches.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen that on there, but I certainly should ask them that. And
Because with the other ones, you put like 3 3/4 inches, right, on
Right,
the
yeah.
other figures. So I don't know.
yeah, it would make sense. But yeah, I should ask him because if he's searching on it, maybe he did see it this way. And,
Right.
Went with it. Sure.
Yep.
All right, Lego Star Wars Princess Leia Bouch helmet, 75351, 670 pieces. This is funny because Papergoy said I should put my better items on the higher sale. I ended them at the lower sale, put them on the higher sale, and this sold like 20 minutes later. So I don't know if it's coincidence or it's working to generate more money to pay my bills for these big collections. But nevertheless, it sold for like $65.
And I just learned something. I did not know Bausch had 2 H's on it.
Yep.
Now I know.
And I think you're up.
All right. First item we have today. Rotary International Convention 1937. Nice exposition. Yep, a stamp cover. Easy for me to say. I think I took a $15 offer on it. I did offer this over at Whatnot for $3. Nobody wanted it. So I said I'll bring it to the wider world of eBay. I ended up selling over there. Happy to make a sell. Oh, that's Nice, not nice. Nice exposition. I'm wondering why I was saying nice right there. It's Nice. But it is cover, which I am trying to get more into, just because they don't take up a lot of space.
Philatelique.
You did a lot better than me.
I was trying.
You did a lot better than me. So $15 on that, plus shipping. I'm very, very happy with that. Up next, I did take a low offer. I took a $20 offer on this Rod McEwen Poetry hardcover lot of 24 books.
Oh my God.
I picked them up from a dealer. I didn't pay much of anything for them. I was just cleaning up his scraps. I figured, they're worth $2 each. I was wrong. They're worth about 80 cents a piece. However, 24 books do take up a fair amount of room.
Who has time to make music and write books and poems?
He is very, very good.
Wow.
And to be beautiful. Space is more important right at this moment than as time goes on, it's more important. I'd rather get $20 in my pocket and move 24 books out than hang on to them and try to get an extra $5 or $10 out of it. Just move them on out. I could use the space. I can fill the space with something else. I made money on it even at $20. Move them on out. It's kind of what we're trying to do now. Pennsylvania Railroad, the General Train booklet. I think he also has insurance. Shaq will tell you all about it. Not a sponsor, but should he wish to be. 1940s, New York to Chicago. 4 bids on this over here, $73.86. I picked this up over at the Ephemera Fair show, or the Ephemera Fair 45. So should you not have seen that, do check the haul video out on this. This was one of the 3 lots that I bought there, and this was part of the train lot. I've done very, very well on the train lot. Very, very happy about that. All it takes sometimes is one deal at a show to make it all worthwhile. Up next, Hammond subway system map in New York City, 1917. Sold it for $50. Pretty neat, 1917. I actually paid up on this 2 years ago. I paid $10 for it, which for me is a lot more than I tend to pay for a single item. But I said, I know that the subway stuff is good. It sat in a box unlisted for a year, and then I finally got it listed and ended up getting $50 out of it. So if I can turn $10 into $50 regularly, I'll do so. Up next, Scenic America, Beauties of the Western Hemisphere. Mr. Magazine has probably dated a few of them. This was back in the day, 2018, when I was only doing one picture. This is one of those books, it is a sucker's bet. I had free shipping on it. I believe I took a $20 offer on it. It weighed about 4 pounds. By the time I paid the media mail, by the time I paid everything, I made like $2 on it or $3 on it. Nowadays, because it was not in the best of shape, missing end paper's title page, maybe missing a couple of pages, yada, yada, yada. Nowadays, I would break that up and sell it over and whatnot because it's not in the best of shape to start with. I'm sure I didn't pay anything for it, but now it would be a whatnot, sometime when I'm bored, going to a hotel, bring it, tear it all apart in a hotel, leave the dust all over the room. They hired people to clean that up, and I would list it over and whatnot, and 7 prints in a slot, 5 prints in a slot type deal. No thoughts today, huh, Mr. Magazine?
No. Well, so real quick, so there's women in this magazine or this book?
No.
Oh,
no, just all beauties.
It's really a double sucker back then. Okay.
No, it's all nature.
Gotcha.
I tried to sell these individually at Whatnot at $3 a piece. People over at Whatnot knew what they were doing because I took a $15 offer over on eBay, or $3 a piece. So that time the Whatnot people were right on tune with what they should or shouldn't have been buying. Got this out of a house call. Have you seen all of those before, Mr. Magazine?
They do look familiar, some of them. Lone Ranger looks familiar. Mickey Mouse.
I have never seen a Tom and Jerry before this.
No, that I haven't seen.
Yeah, that one's got to be a little bit rarer, or fewer people bought it, or whatever the case happens to be.
Yeah.
But again, $15 on it plus shipping. Happy to have it go out the door. Again, 5 books. They're not big books, but they do take up. Well, they are big little books. They do take up some amount of room. So make the room, move on.
Who knew that Tom had Tourette's?
I did not. Now we do. Up next, calendar pads, 1942, Christmas Santa Claus presents presents. Santa Claus presents. Santa Claus presents. Lot of 8. Yeah, funny how the accent matters. All from 1942. Neat little calendar pads. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Magazine.
Okay.
I listed this in 2021.
Yep.
It took, we'll call it 3 years to sell because I'm sure I listed around Christmas time. Oh, I picked it at a flea market, so it took 3.5 years to sell. I took $20 on it, I believe.
Okay.
I probably could. Now, Whatnot wasn't around in 2021. We were not on it. I probably could have broken this into 2 lots and Whatnot and gotten $6 to $8 on it if it were around.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the $20 in 3 years or $8 minus fees, of course, today?
I think the 8 today now. Yeah.
Yep. I absolutely agree. When I saw this, I said, boy, this would be one of those things that had I seen it in, it was packed away in a box, had I seen it and it were closer to Christmas, maybe I would have ended it and put it over on Whatnot just to move it on out. I absolutely 100% agree. This would have made a perfect lot for junk journalists because they can make their own calendars.
Yeah.
They could go, what is it you always sing, Mr. Magazine?
I don't remember.
Huey Lewis?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they sing Back in Time?
Oh, we're going to go back in time, yeah, of course.
Up next.
How big were those things anyways?
Pads, so they're very
Tiny?
small.
Okay. They're like the little things they put at the bottom of a calendar, like?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 1/4 to 2 1/2 to 1 to 1 1/4. So that's very small, the 1 and 1 1/4.
Yeah. Cool.
International Convention of Disciples of Christ Program, 1930s, Washington, D.C. with pin. I paid a couple of bucks for this at Allentown. You will have seen it in one of the haul videos for Allentown from 2024. Do check those haul videos out if you haven't. There'll be another one coming soon, because guess what's coming soon, Mr. Magazine? Allentown.
Brinfield.
Yeah, well, Brinfield is as well. Oh, he wants a Confucius joke of the day. Confucius say, I bought this and did get the full $40 out of it. Why would I have bought this, Mr. Magazine?
The pin?
Yep, absolutely. I said, how many of these have the pin still left in the book? And the person, did damage the book by putting the pin through the front cover. That is actually put through the front cover. But it's a good way not to lose it as well.
Right, that's probably normal for back then.
I would think so. Well, yeah, you're at a convention. You're not going to wear the pin home. So what do you do with it? You stick it in the front of the thing. But very, very happy with that sale. It took about a year. It didn't even take a year. It took 9 months, 10 months to sell. So if I can turn a few dollars into 40, I'll do that regularly. And if you could hit the like button and do that regularly, we would definitely appreciate that as well. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.